welcome to the show. Thank you so much for tuning in to 726 right here in Harrison, Arkansas. Welcome to the show, and we want to welcome all the guests that are going to be here on the show today.
Yes.
They're lining up. Look at them. Look at
If
that.
you
Look
want
at
to
that
be
line.
on, just, drop on by. We'll talk to you about something,
Is
right?
this live? We could have people just come in droves and just wait, and we could have the little number machine out there, like
Kind of like they do at the
205,
DMV?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dan,
When's the
don't
last
even
time you
start
been?
that.
When's the last time you went to the DMV?
It wasn't a couple months ago,
Yeah,
or a month ago.
Did you drive by a couple times first? I'll come back in 15
No,
minutes.
there were actually a lot of cars, and when I
Mhm.
walked in, I didn't even need a number because they called me right
Oh,
up.
okay. Yeah.
But I don't know who all those cars belonged to that were there because they weren't in line.
Repossessed cars, probably.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe somebody's using the parking lot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mm.
But I always have I think they probably get somewhat of a bad rap there. People fuss because
Well, of
they don't
course,
think
yeah.
the employees are nice and yada, yada, yada. And
Well, they're focused.
well, and I think it all depends on the attitude of the customer as well.
It does.
If you go up to the window, and of course I know one of the ladies and I enjoy bantering with her, but
Mhm.
even if I don't know them, I'm going to smile, and part of it is, by gosh, you're going to smile. I am going to make your day
You're gonna.
good.
That's your mission.
Well, kind of, spread kindness and go up there kind.
Yeah,
and,
that
and
would. That's a great first first mission, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
To be that way first.
Sure.
We're talking earlier. You and I were talking earlier. Sometimes we talk a little bit too much.
Yeah,
But we're talking about skin color and how that's you talk about that and there's disagreement about that nowadays, where somebody says, well, I don't look at your skin color, and then somebody on the other side says, just by saying that means that you're racist.
I don't get that. But
And I grew up. You may not have, but I'm a little older than you. And I grew up during the Martin Luther King era.
hmm
And his whole thing was, you put love first. You do that first. You don't put hate or anger first. You put love first. And if you, like what you're saying, if you come in and you say, I want to make somebody smile, then that changes the whole dynamic. If they're in a they're in a bad mood,
infectious.
it is. But if you go in with the opposite, if you say, well, I'm going to judge her just by the way she looks, or her attitude, or my assumption of what she thinks or what she does, it's never going to work.
Right.
The relationship's not going to work. The community's not going to work. The city's not going to work. The region's not going to work. And the country won't work with that. So we need to get away from that. This is
Right.
my opinion. And I'm sure that
I agree
somebody
with
out
that,
there.
but-
Yeah. Anyway.
And I'm sure you've worked in a job where you have those people that are always in a sullen, crappy mood,
Mm-hmm.
and that just can filter throughout the whole work environment.
Yeah.
Or I'm thinking specifically when I worked in surgery, there was people that were just freaking grumpy all the time, and I come in, I'm not gonna be that way.
Mm-hmm.
It's not in my nature. First of all, but still,
Well, it's not. No.
But then it's kind of a challenge to spread that joy and kindness anyway, and it's up to the person if they want to receive it. But it's not going to bring me down.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be.
You're
happy.
somebody that doesn't let the stuff attach to you.
No.
Yeah.
Not even you, Dan.
You're more of a. What I've noticed, you're more of a no BSer. Don't bore me with your BS because I don't have time for that.
I don't.
Which is
I
good.
don't. My glass is half full.
Yeah.
Some people are just their glass is half empty.
Can you share some of that with me? Mine's half empty.
Where is it? Anyway,
right
so
here.
there is our message to our viewers today.
We're being
Be happy.
philosophical.
If you
Philosophical?
can't pronounce it, then you
I
probably
can't even spell it. So how could I pronounce it if I can't spell it?
What else, Dan?
What else?
We've had a trying.
Yeah.
It was kind of interesting yesterday that it was what, 70-something degrees, and a week
Oh my
ago
gosh, yeah.
it was
My
minus 8.
and my bees are out.
Nice.
But one
I'm
hive
waiting for
is.
some honey.
Well, you come over now. I'll give you a scoop or two. I've got
No,
some
I
honey.
want a jar of honey. I'll buy it from
Oh,
you, but
okay.
I want a jar of honey.
Well, I may have a whole hive full of honey because I think one hive is kind of
Cool.
dead.
Oh, that's
I think they didn't survive.
Aw.
One hive. Well, when we got the hives, they were full. They were
Mhm.
active hives, and the one hive that I think that didn't last was kind of, they had put another super on top of it, and I think it was a small hive, and they were wanting to build it, and I think it was just got overwhelmed. But the other
That's
hive,
unfortunate.
yesterday I went out there and I was kind of worried because I mean it got down what 7, 8, 10 degrees below zero,
Yeah.
and you know those bees have to, in order to survive, they will freeze if they're separate from each other. They have to be in a ball, and they work themselves in the middle and they work themselves out, and they're constantly fluttering their wings to create friction. And I went out there and I thought, oh, I hope there's some activity,
Right.
because I know that some of the other beekeepers in the area posted some videos and pictures of their hives doing well. And I went out there and there they are.
Thankfully
going,
so. And
yeah.
I hadn't thought about the whole bee aspect of
Mm.
this weather, being so cold.
Well, it's frustrating when you go out there and you really don't think about the beekeeping aspect during the wintertime because you just don't think bees
Right.
are around because
Right.
it's too cold for them. But you see the hive and you see a stack of snow on top of the hive and you go, how are they surviving in there? I couldn't survive in a box,
Mm-hmm.
without some kind of heat source. But
Well, I'm glad
they know how to
that
do it.
some of them thrived for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Good.
All
I
right,
still want the honey, but whatever.
I'll get you some.
Okay. And I actually messaged Leslie Nichols the other day, and I said, "When will you have honey?" That I like honey.
Mm-hmm.
I use it for sweetener and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway. Okay. Anything else?
A lot of things, but go ahead. A lot of things. A lot of things are happening to me.
What?
A lot of things are happening to me.
Good or bad?
They're happening right now.
Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and talk because we don't really want to talk about that. I don't know what's happening that we don't want to know. So we're going to talk about our lineup. And up first, we have Beth Kaffenberger and Jessica Kibling with the Boone County Library. And Beth has brought something.
It's dessert, looks like.
Show and tell.
Something in a plastic bowl.
I think it's breakfast gone wrong. Not sure, but we're going to find out from her what that is. And then up after her, we have Wanda Massengale. She's here representing the Ozark Humane Society, and she has a 5-month-old Australian Shepherd mix named King, who
He's a
was
pup.
a little hesitant about
Yeah, a
coming
little
in the
hesitant,
door
yeah.
today. I'm sure it was all new.
Mm-hmm.
And rounding out the show, Matt Bell will be here with the Harrison Convention and Visitors Bureau.
All right.
So let's go to break. When we return,
Okay.
Beth and Jessica will be in the seat. Stay with us.